Hi there, wedding enthusiasts. Welcome to Wedding News, where love takes the center stage and emotions run wild. I'm your host, Fiona Davis, and as usual, we'll uncover tales of love, romance, makeup, breakups, and everything in between. So fasten your seatbelts as we go through this whirlwind of passion, heartache, and the unexpected. On the news today, Kemi Adetiba and her husband, Oscar Herman Aka, celebrate their second anniversary. Isabel Idibia speaks on how her parents were wrongly portrayed on the Netflix reality show Young, African and Famous. Adrienne Ballon opens up about how much she spent in the course of her IVF journey and trying to have a kid. Stick around for all the scoop. Welcome back. Renowned Nigerian filmmaker Kemi Adetiba and her husband celebrated their second anniversary with heartfelt messages on Instagram. Kemi shared a touching caption alongside the video, reminiscing about their relationship and the special bond they share. In the caption, she expressed gratitude for their enduring connection and the love that continues to grow each day. Her caption partly reads, "Through at Oscar Hermanaka, God has shown me how mindful He is of me and given me an epic, consistent love, a committed one that grows every day instead of phasing out after the wedding." Quick short story. I was extremely close to my maternal grandmother. In fact, one of my Ibibio names is Kokoma, because one of my middle names was given after her. I was her first grandchild and we're so close they called me her handbag. She died when I was only about 10 or 11, but even though I was so young, a core memory for me was a prayer she prayed every time I was with her, and I'm sure when I wasn't as well. She would always pray that the man I married would not only be my husband, but my best friend, my brother, my father, my lover. Basically, every intimate position a man could hold with love in a woman's life. Now, over the years and through failed relationships, I always wondered about this prayer and why it wasn't connecting. You have to remember, she prayed this prayer over me from the moment I was born till when she died, every time without fail. Now, fast forward decades later, only 3 weeks or a month into our relationship, Uncle O was working late and I'm there at the office keeping him company. I'm sitting across from him as he works at his desk. I can't remember what we're talking about, but he pauses and says, "Baby, you know, I not only want to be your husband, but your best friend, your brother, your father, your love." My jaw dropped. He sees the look on my face and asks what's wrong. I respond, "Oh my gosh, it's you." Well, isn't that amazing? Meanwhile, Oscar, Kemi's husband, took to Instagram to share photos of them, expressing his love and appreciation for his wife on their anniversary. In his heartfelt caption, he described their 2 years together as effortless, likening their bond to waking up to his own reflection every day. He referred to Kemi as his actual twin and expressed excitement about the journey ahead, eagerly anticipating watching God's plan unfold for their lives. He concluded his message by declaring his undying love for Kemi, referring to her as "my wife," and expressing his commitment to her forever. The heartfelt messages shared by Kemi and Oscar on the anniversary captures the essence of their deep love and unwavering commitment to each other, leaving their followers touched by their genuine affection and devotion. Popular Nigerian fashion designer Vicky James and her husband Femi Atere a couple of days ago celebrated their wedding Thanksgiving, stunning their followers with their impeccable style and elegance. Sharing photos from the event on her Instagram, Vicky James expressed gratitude to God for their beautiful union and the love they share. In her caption, she reflected on the beauty of God's timing and how He makes everything beautiful in His own time. She concluded by acknowledging the completion of their wedding celebrations and expressing heartfelt thanks for the love they have been blessed with. The photos shared by Vicky James and her husband captured the joy and gratitude they felt as they marked this significant milestone in their journey together. The couple's radiant smiles and stylish attires reflected the happiness and love that surrounded them on their special day. As they concluded their wedding celebrations with a Thanksgiving ceremony, they invited their followers to join them in giving thanks for the gift of true love and the blessings bestowed upon them. Nollywood actress Peggy Leonard found herself at the center of controversy after responding to a troll who accused her of forcing her husband, Fredrick Leonard, into marriage. The exchange began when a gossip blogger suggested on social media that Peggy and Freddie were throwing shade at each other, sparking speculation about discord in their relationship. Peggy then addressed a specific comment which insinuated that she coerced Freddie into marriage because he didn't seem willing. In her witty but confident response, she stated, "This got me laughing so hard. Peggy, beauty, brain and her own bag, forced my husband to marry me. At Adama Nora, you don't know me. Fool Urobo girl, stop the hate. I'm always in my quiet lane. It's not my fault. Your father didn't teach you how to place value on yourself. I know you still have a crush on him. No vex nah. But tearing your fellow woman on socials is you undermining the power of a quiet woman." Despite the initial criticism, Peggy later showcased her magnanimity by sharing a screenshot of the same individual from the comment who had apologized privately through DMs, admitting that it was meant as a joke. Peggy responded with a message of love and light, displaying maturity and moving forward gracefully from the incident. Her handling of the situation demonstrated resilience and a refusal to be dragged into unnecessary drama, reaffirming her commitment to positivity and self-respect. Stay tuned, Wedding News will be right back. Welcome back. Isabel, the daughter of the famous duo Two-Face and Annie Idibia, recently opened up about her parents' portrayal on the reality show Young, Famous and African. She didn't hold back expressing her frustration with how the show depicted her parents. In the video posted on her YouTube channel, Isabel highlighted the superficial understanding that many people have about her family, mainly based on what they see on social media or online. She emphasized that this limited view doesn't reflect the full truth of their lives. Despite feeling powerless to change people's perceptions, Isabel bravely shared her perspective, based on her first-hand experiences growing up with her parents. She wanted others to understand that the show didn't capture the real essence of who her parents are.
Do you like the way your parents were portrayed in Young Famous and African? No. Because I think the way, I don't think I've ever actually spoken about this in like the light, but I think the way my parents are portrayed anywhere is just so wrong. And like whenever I try to back my parents up and be like, nah, that's not what happened, everyone's just like, how will you know? How will you know? It's a little child. How would you know? You're not in my family. Your knowledge is based off stuff that you see on freaking Safari and freaking Instagram and freaking like social media. I know it because I've been in the household as my parents. Like I feel like people on obviously people on social media, I can't change everyone's perspective on social media because people on social media will always think what people on social media want to think, but obviously they will never know like the actual true story or like the actual true like background of anything that has ever happened in my family household or anything that has happened like before I was even born. Like they will never actually know. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So I feel like what my parents were portrayed wasn't the best image, and it wasn't completely accurate. I can't say too much on that, but it wasn't completely accurate.
In the end, Isabel's words remind us of the importance of looking beyond surface portrayals and understanding that there's always more than what meets the eye. On Tuesday, April 23rd, social media platforms were buzzing with excitement as a video featuring Ghanaian singer King Promise surfaced online, seemingly capturing his wedding day. Now in the footage, King Promise was seen dressed in a traditional attire, accompanied by notable Ghanaian celebrities including superstar Sarkodie, So African and Efia Odo. The images quickly sparked widespread speculation about the singer's nuptials, sending fans into a frenzy of excitement and congratulations. However, the jubilation was short-lived as further investigation revealed that the alleged wedding was in fact part of an upcoming music video and not an actual matrimonial ceremony. This revelation came as a surprise to many who had eagerly believed they were witnessing the union of their favorite singer. The truth behind the video's context emerged through a series of posts on social media, including one by So African, a creative director involved in the project. His post on social media mentioned his role in the creative direction of King Promise project, confirming that the scenes were filmed for a music video rather than a real wedding. Despite the initial disappointment of realizing that King Promise hadn't tied the knot, fans were still excited about the upcoming music video and eagerly anticipated its release. The confusion highlighted the power of social media to spread rumors quickly and the importance of fact-checking before jumping to conclusions. While the prospects of witnessing the singer's wedding had captured the imaginations of many, it appears that they will have to wait a little longer to see him tie the knot. Adrian Bailon Houghton, known for her role in Cheetah Girls, welcomed her first child ever, James, with her husband Israel Houghton via a surrogate in 2022. And in an emotional Instagram post at the time, she announced her son's arrival. Adrian reflected on their challenging fertility journey, expressing how every tear and disappointment was worth it. Now, in a recent interview, Adrian opened up further about the struggles they faced before ever James was born. She revealed that their fertility journey included 8 cycles of IVF along with numerous other treatments like IUIs, spanning over 6 tough years of trying to conceive. When asked about the cost of IVF during the interview, she estimated it to be easily over $1 million. She candidly acknowledged the financial burden, recognizing that such expenses are not realistic for the average person.
If you had to put a general estimate, how much do you feel like you spent in the fertility treatments and things that you were doing?
Oh, easily over $1 million. Easily. And that is not realistic for the average person, and I recognize that. And the fact that I've spoken to so many women, even on this tour, that come up to me and they're like, I've watched your YouTube channel. We had a series called Faith and Familia, and from there we actually launched a foundation that helps to financially cover people that are needing fertility treatments, because it's not realistic. It's absolutely insane.
What advice?
It's kind of amazing that now you have corporate companies that are starting to cover young women who want to, or older women who want to freeze their eggs, and that's just the beginning process of fertility treatments. So yeah.
Despite the challenges, Adrian's story sheds light on the emotional and financial toll of fertility treatments, offering support and understanding to others facing similar struggles. Well, that brings us to the end of Wedding News today. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Wedding Channel, and on YouTube, Wedding Channel Africa. I'm Fiona Davis. Until next time, stay tuned, stay jiggy.